Hello people. In this video, I'm going to talk about limit and then offset. I'll be explaining each of these in great detail so that you will be having a better clarity, and then we'll be jumping back to this MySQL workbench to execute some real world challenges. So what is meant by a limit? Limit, what does it do? Limit exactly restricts the output. It exactly restricts the number of rows. Okay. And what about restricts in the sense, imagine here in this scenario, we have two kinds of tables, that is original table. Here we have original table and this is our output table. Imagine this thing. Okay. Now in the original table, we have some 10 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10. Okay. Now, what happens in the limit? For example, in the limit, if you have passed a limit 5, then what happens? In the output table, it will only give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even though you have 10 number of rows, it will only give you 5 rows because here you have passed limit 5. If you have passed limit 5, then it will only be giving first 5 records of this entire 10 rows. So that is what limit is. Now, if you want me to explain about this offset, again consider this original table and output table concept. In the original table, now here I have clearly mentioned offset 3. Then what happens? Let's have a look. In the original table, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we have 10 rows in the original table. Okay. Now, if you execute this offset 3 in your query, then what happens? In your output, you will only be getting these rows because here you have mentioned offset 3. When you mention offset 3, it will leave that number, that is, it will leave 3 and it starts from the 4. And it starts from 4 and it will goes on to the last number. So you will be having 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this would be your output. If you mention 3, then this would be your output. Imagine if you have mentioned, for example, you have mentioned offset 6. You have mentioned offset equal to 6. Then what is your output? Then 7, 8, 9, 10 would be your output. Okay. In the first scenario, I mean for this scenario, this would be the output. Okay. For this scenario, this would be the output because you have mentioned offset 6. Then it leaves the 6 number and it starts from the 7, 8, 9, 10 and it goes on to the last. Okay. So this is the thing here. Now we'll jump back to this workbench. So just have a look at it. Let's have look at our data first. Select from employees. So this is our data. Now, in total, how many rows are present here? You can see here. Here we have got 103 rows written. So my original table has 103 rows. But I don't need all 103 rows of data. Instead, I only need some 5 rows. So if I use this limit keyword and I have passed some 5 number to it, if I press Control Enter, I have only got 5 rows. Where are those 5 rows? These are the 5 rows. See here, Aman, Gopi, Lakshman, Abhishek, and Bhuvan. These are the 5 employees that I have got. If I mention only 2 rows that I need, press Control Enter. Aman and Gopi are the first 2 employees that I have got. Out of 103 rows, I have only got 2 rows because here in the limit section, I have mentioned number 2. Okay. Okay, perfect. Now, how to use offset? If I have mentioned offset here, now I have to pass any number to it. Imagine I want to offset my output from uh, 5. Okay. So I want to offset the data from 5. Then what happens? If I press Control Enter, see here, I have got number 6 row, number 7th row, because if I mention offset 5, MySQL will ignore this number, that is 5, and it will jump into the number beyond 5, 6 and 7.